This video is brought to you by Skillshare. I recently turned 30 years old, and this is how it feels like to be 30. Should I be getting Botox and fillers? Is it cringy that I like things that younger people are into? Am I too old to be wearing this? First of all, I want to say good job to myself for not dying for 30 years. People are so focused on worry about getting old that they forget that 30 years is a long time and it is a big achievement to celebrate. The last 30 years was filled with important life lessons, and I'm so happy that I get to share them with you in this video today. When I was 18, I decided to move to the United States. I remember how stuck I felt in Japan. I was tired of wearing the same high school uniform every single day. Every morning, the teachers were waiting in front of school with makeup removers and black hairsprays on their hands. The skirt needed to be below your knee. Absolutely no makeups or accessories allowed. If you had a dyed hair or bleached hair, the teachers would spray your hair literally into black right in front of everybody. We were not allowed to express any uniqueness or characteristics, and I remember I felt like I'm just a clone. After graduating from high school, I was free, technically. But for some reason, I didn't really feel free. Every time I wore cute clothes that showed more skin than the uniform, I felt like the entire town was staring at me and judging me. I don't know whether they were actually looking at me or not. But regardless of the fact, growing older made me realize that it was partially because I built a cage around me and decided that everybody was constantly judging me and I was not fitting into the societal norm. And some people never realize that. And unfortunately, some will live in the cage they built by themselves for the rest of their lives. In my early 20s to mid 20s, I worked so hard to build an empire for somebody. And what sucked was that some of those people that I worked really hard for, they weren't even passionate about their dream and they didn't even work hard for it. I remember after a long day of work, exhausted, thinking I'm working this hard, helping them achieve their dream that they don't even seem to care about. After month and month of thinking, I finally decided to quit my corporate job. And when I left the company, I realized that even those personal achievements that I worked so hard to accomplish within the company belong to the company. So I was kind of left with nothing. And of course, all the knowledge and skills that you earn throughout the experience is going to stay within you. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is that be aware of whose dream you're working this hard for and make sure that the benefits that you're receiving by working for them are bigger than the stress that comes with it. One of the crucial lessons I learned in my 20s is that you cannot change someone, even if it's very obvious that the change is gonna make his or her life significantly better. If that someone doesn't want to change, it's not gonna happen, and it is not your responsibility. I mean, if you think about it, making a big change in your life is already difficult, even if you have the will to change. So unless that person is 100% committed and really want to change, it's not gonna happen. I think what I realized is that changing is a choice and not changing is also a choice. So be with someone who you want to be with, even if he or she doesn't change. When I started my 9 to 5 job in Tokyo, I decided that I didn't have time for any of my hobbies, and I decided that I was too stressed and too tired to take time for any of those things. But now I know that hobby really enriches your life. It is so important to take time to do what you love. If you're looking to find new hobbies or improve the ones that you already have, Skillshare might be the right community for you. I moved to Lisbon, Portugal recently, and personally, I've been using Skillshare to study Portuguese. Each class is only 3 minutes long. It is so easy to understand, and it's been a game changer in my learning journey. And since I started taking a Japanese drum class recently, I want to learn more about music, and I'm thinking of starting a music fundamentals class as well. If you've never heard of Skillshare, it is the largest online learning community for creatives. They offer thousands of courses led by industry experts across videography, content creation, productivity, design, photography, and many, many more. I think joining Skillshare is a great way to take your career, hobbies, or skills into the next level. If you want to give it a try, I have a special discount for you, but you want to be quick because the first 500 people who click the link in the description below is going to receive 1 month free on Skillshare. I hope you're going to take advantage of this great deal, and if you do, let me know in the comment below and tell me which course is your favorite. All those romantic movies made us think that love is romantic. And when you fall in love, you feel those fireworks and sparks everywhere. And although you might feel those in the beginning, they usually don't last that long. Becoming 30 is realizing that love is not always romantic. I think love can only grow when two people both make a decision to stay together, work on the love, nurture the love, and do everything they can to stay together. When I was in college, I used to dress up and put on makeup to go out with my friends on the weekend. And I remember a pretty dress and high heels and all these makeups made me feel confident. It kind of felt like putting on a persona almost. But the truth is that I constantly felt insecure about my body, how I looked. I always felt like I wasn't pretty enough, and I had a really low self-esteem, self-love, and self-acceptance. Growing older made me realize that the confidence that I felt when I dressed up was not really the real confidence. The highest level of confidence is to know who you really are and become comfortable in your own skin. And this might take a long time, and that is okay. I myself am not 100% confident or comfortable in my own skin yet, but I think what's important is to keep making the effort to understand yourself and accept who you really are. Let's face it, everybody has a bad day, and we all need a little bit of confidence booster sometimes. And one thing that really helped me is to find a confidence booster that works for me. For me personally, I realized that working out at the gym instantly makes me feel better, makes me feel healthier, and makes me more confident. Even though realistically speaking, you don't really become a lot healthier by just working out at the gym once. I also noticed that putting on cute clothes and looking myself in the mirror does boost my mood and confidence. So sometimes I do that even if I don't have any plan to go outside of my house. So try to find your own confidence booster that works for you.
Wings?
In the last couple of years, I realized that I have a tendency of being a people pleaser. I often think about what people want and expect from me and take action based on those expectations. I finally realized the importance of knowing what you really want for yourself. That should be on top of your priority, because if you don't know what you want for yourself, life will always be coming at you, not from you. So take time to think about what you really want for yourself. Even though I only lived for 30 years and some of you watching this video might have lived way longer than I have, I noticed that many of us do get a life-changing opportunity once in a while. Now, the size of the opportunity might be different depending on your luck and privilege, but I do believe that everybody gets a chance that can turn your life around once in a while. But the thing is, when it finally arrives, when it's finally your turn, many of us is not ready to seize the opportunity. So do the best you can to prepare yourself so that you can jump on it when it's finally your turn. Your happiness shouldn't heavily rely on what you own. Your clothes, beautiful car, your dream house, anything and everything you own can be gone one day, but no one can steal your knowledge, thoughts, ideas, and wisdoms. Find a movement that you love. Our body is not made to be sat in front of a screen all day. It is made for you to move it and use it. And if going to the gym is not your thing, that is totally okay. For me personally, I like going surfing, and recently I started to take Japanese taiko drum class, and I did not expect that banging drums is like a full body workout. You get to move your body and enjoy playing music at the same time, and that works perfectly for me. So try to find whatever movement that your body enjoys. It doesn't have to be the typical workout that many people tend to do. Another important lesson I learned in my 20s is that when someone really wants you, he will do anything to get you. So until the day comes, do whatever you need to do to keep loving yourself so that you will never have to be bored waiting for him. I know you watched this video this far, and I hate to break it to you, but none of this advice actually matters, because people don't learn those lessons until they actually experience them by themselves. So if there was one advice that I want you to remember from this video, make as many mistakes as you can while you're young, and every time you make a mistake, you will learn a valuable lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Skillshare from the link in my description below, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye!